Hello, welcome back, everybody out there in D&D land. I need to stop saying that other part because one thing I mentioned in a previous stream, we might be moving over to YouTube for streaming. Depends on how fucked Twitch gets in the coming weeks. But anyways, before we jump into the action, as per usual, you should definitely give us a like, a follow, subscribe to our channel, comment down in the description below. If you want to watch us live, our entire stream schedule is down in the description below as well. There's going to be no games happening between the 14th, right? No, the 15th and the 22nd. So we'll be back to our regular schedule that Tuesday, but I'm going on a little vacation and yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, I think that's going to be everything. So, you've all wandered into Fantasriel's basement. The heavy, creaky floorboards are causing you to be a little more hesitant with your footsteps, stretching deeper and deeper into this very large, incredibly old estate. Once you get into the basement, you see an array of furniture that is kept hidden underneath sheets, pure white silk linens, just covering each one of them. You see a handful of pictures, all of which hand-painted beautifully, wonderfully, kept in a pile over against the wall, leaning up against it. And as you start moving around down here, you start moving away thick cobwebs out of your face to start pushing forward. Your footsteps are causing dust to kick up slightly as it is settled down here very thickly. So, Nines brings you over towards the back of the estate, where you can see there is a wall here. Those of you with higher passives, you would have picked up that that wall separates the estate, with about 30 feet or so before the actual end of where it would be. So he goes over to that back wall where you see that there is a locked door with thick, heavy chains wrapping completely around one another with this very large lock over top of it, and dust has settled against the chains themselves.
Well,
What's in, like, what's behind that door that's locked up?
That is her and her husband's private area.
what do you mean by private exactly?
As in, no one else should go in there, ever.
Well, mostly back in the day. So I hear, mind you, I wasn't even in this territory back then. They had parties and gatherings of large groups of people. And shared the company with one another.
Before we try to investigate that,
You're quiet.
God damn it. Okay, how about now?
Try again.
Okay, how about now?
Better.
Okay. Before we do anything else, can I look around and see if there's been any evidence of anyone actually being in here other than us fairly recently? Because you said it's dusty and everything.
Uh-huh. Roll a survival
Nice.
check.
Yay.
14. There's no disturbance on the floor with all of the dust. The sheets seem undisturbed. I mean, the door is wrapped with a thick chain locked with dust on it as well. There's nothing that points to it being recently disturbed, and by recently, probably a good 5 years, 4 years.
So even like relatively recently, there's been not too
Nothing that
many,
you can discern.
Alrighty, that's all I want to do. If anyone else has,
I want to put on some boots before we go in there.
We're not going in there if he doesn't see anything.
Do you have...
Gabriella.
so does no one else want to do anything down here?
I was gonna do the same thing you did, just look around, see if I see anything that might be out of place.
I actually want to see if I can't. I want to look for like maybe some indents in the wall that I don't know, hidden passages, whatever.
All right, roll me an investigation.
I'm gonna use my narration inspiration.
Dirty
20.
20. All right, so that's going to take you a little while to investigate the whole thing. Anybody else? And all of you can participate in checks so long as no more than 2 people do any one check.
Just look and see if I see anything disturbed in the around, like Ryder did.
Roll a survival. Survival spoken for.
Wow, that was a horrible survival.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I'll be able to sense any otherworldly or undead influence within the basement here.
All right. What spell are you using?
I do not currently have any spells that would be able to do that prepared.
Alrighty then.
Vibe check.
I mean, you can vibe check a interaction more than just an area. You know what? Fuck it. Vibe check. Roll me an insight. What was it? Insight. Survival, and an investigation. Let's see what vibe you get. We take the average between the 3. You only get the first plus bonus. You can't do it to you each time. It's one check that we take the average from.
Man.
So 26 plus 14 is 40, plus 10 is 50, divided by 3 is pretty good. The vibes in this basement aren't exactly good or bad. They seem to just be, you know, chill.
You know, one group has a vibe check mechanic. Everyone gets a vibe check mechanic.
Yep. Remus, Snapper, Buck, are you doing anything? Remus is playing the drums.
Just watching. Keeping an eye out.
Like doing the marching band drums or like.
I'm just doing a keep the tempo, let's hurry this up drum beat.
These are my bongos. Alright, and then nothing from Snapper?
I already said what I was doing.
Oh, sorry, you got the 20. My bad. Alright. Dirty 20, Snapper. As you're looking across the wall, stretching from side to side, it feels like a very solid wall. There doesn't appear to be an underdraft or any disturbance outside of you walking back and forth with your allies. This appears to be a wall.
So, seems like everything's hunky-dory down here. I say we go back upstairs.
I can't shake the feeling that there's something down here, but
Yeah, there was something down here, but that was many years ago.
Alrighty.
Out of character, thank God there's no black lights in D&D.
Oh, you guys never stepped through the doorway. It's locked. But yeah, down here's fine.
Yeah.
So you all head back upstairs?
Hmm.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'd say that took you all roughly about 40 minutes or so of looking around. Being very careful with your investigation. At which point you hear from upstairs. Some of you are okay sleeping in the same room, right?
That's fine.
Good. 3 to a bed. Now she's coming back downstairs.
Shit, 3 to bed.
Thankfully, one of our crew is an elf.
I don't need to sleep tonight. I feel full of energy. I'm pumped.
And Snapper's not that big.
You hear her coming down the stairs very slowly.
I am the big spoon.
So, why do I still have dirty dishes?
Oh, I apologize. There's a lot more than I thought there would be.
Oh yeah, the ghost keeps using them. Told you.
You don't have a maid or a butler?
Oh, I never had a use for that. I always did it my damn self.
Oh. I think it's worth investing in a butler or maid. I mean, you'd have a bunch of company too, someone to talk to, someone to watch out for the ghosts too.
I've tried. And they all want to quit.
Oh, do you know why?
No.
Can I roll an insight on that entire?
I mean, you can use your imagination.
He does come off as a pain to work for.
Probably.
Out of character. Out of character.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Alrighty, people, we're moving. She starts.
My lady, when we do spell this ghost of yours,
Yeah?
what's the reward?
Then I put it on the flyer?
No, ma'am.
Oh. Well, you'll get my thanks.
Jesus.
Okay.
We'll do a good. Guess we're doing a good deed.
It is for a noble. You'll pull some weight eventually.
Did you say something about my weight?
No, ma'am.
Never.
I would never.
I'm a mother of 2, I'll have you know.
Snapper's going to whisper to himself, "A good deed won't get pluck off my ass."
But if you want some fiscal compensation, I can manage something. You gotta get me proof that you actually took care of the ghost. I wasn't
Understandable.
born yesterday. The last group of all of y'all that came through here, you tried telling me that you finished the problem, and you never finished the problem. Ghost is still here.
Yes, that makes sense. We promise we will, well, find your ghost. Even if it kills Snapper.
I just shoot a glare at Ryder because Snapper is a pirate like me. And
You don't like my joke?
no.
Oh. I
Who's
thought it was
snapping?
I thought it was funny.
I snap and pop, yes.
Do you crackle? I
Well, it
crackle.
depends on...
And she starts walking away.
That's the name I wanted to name Ryder first, but Jiro said no.
No. Snapper, crackle.
And then pop.
Pop would be your older siblings. Anyways.
Oh, it's pop, as in
Oh,
As in father.
Oh, okay, I got you. So, let me show
That was
you
the most
all.
clever. Sorry, that was the most clever wordplay I've ever done, and
Is
I
it-
hate it.
Did you get any food? Eat up. I'm gonna make us the roast. Yeah, I'll make a roast. You, show them to their rooms. My name is Nines. Yeah, you, show them to their rooms. She walks into the kitchen.
Before we go, would you happen to have any seats?
What?
Seats?
For what?
I'm a bird?
Oh, you're a person.
No.
Do you
I'm a
not eat
centipede.
people food?
I do, but
I'll make sure I don't put any bread on the table then.
no, I like bread. Bread.
But bread is bad for birds.
No, bread is amazing.
But you just said you don't eat people food.
No, I do eat people food.
You're confusing me. She keeps walking into the kitchen.
Snapper, as he was walking with the party, is just gonna say, "You are an enigma."
Bread is very bad for birds, by the way, in case anybody's watching. Never feed birds bread.
You don't want a duck to have the shits.
No, it's worse. They get constipated. Then they can't shit. Then they explode.
That is also technically a subsidy of the shits.
Yeah, the joke is that Ryder doesn't know that bread is bad for him, because geese will eat bread anyway. So does Ryder. So the joke is that he doesn't know it's bad for him, but he'll eat it.
Not a very wise bird for being a monk.
Yeah, right? That's supposed to be his best stat. Well, one of. But anyways, he escorts you all upstairs. Good 30 or so stairs up to the top section of the estate. Despite the fact that she was a halfling, or is a halfling, you do see on the wall that there is a portrait of her human husband. He has a flat-tailed ponytail tipped to the top of his hair, wearing very long, flowing clothes, almost like robes sweeping down and around him. And there are two kids, which, I mean, both of them look like short humans, more or less.
So they're halflings?
Yeah, quarterlings. Or three-quarterlings.
Oh, you wanted to make that joke so long, didn't you?
I've been trying, yeah.
I'm glad I set you up for that one.
Thank you. You walk down the hallway, and he points out the open doors. Those ones, I assume, would be your rooms. There's 2 rooms set up, so 3 and 3, and I will find myself across the hallway from the 2 of you.
Okay,
Her room is down the other end, points the opposite end of the estate, which obviously none of you are allowed into unless it is an emergency.
Once a ghost is in there.
If there is a ghost, and you know there is a ghost, I think that constitutes an emergency.
Well, there's definitely something.
He rolls his eyes. Yeah, there's a very lonely old woman.
I'm just saying, if there is something here, I think you should resign your position and find somebody else to do it. because you're not
Excuse
very
me?
good. You heard exactly what I said.
Let's just finish this job.
Listen, we are obviously all, or you all are all obviously very tired from all this investigation work.
We're not going to sleep tonight. That's not what's happening. We're staying up to catch the ghost.
Keep in mind, a lot of you are still missing your spell slots because you haven't long rested yet.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's why I'm saying you guys can sleep, I can stay up. I don't have a bad.
What time of
perspective.
day is it right now?
Later into the afternoon, almost evening.
Yeah, so even if it just depends on when they came. All right, yeah, I guess everybody go take a nap now. A good long nap. Sleep.
What, you're not going to do your job as dutifully as you want?
I mean, I can.
I can. I only use one spell
I'm
last
fine to
fight.
do my job.
I have
Chlorine.
some capabilities.
Yeah, I was about to say, Chlorine, the only one who used spell slots that he can't get back. Buck, you didn't use any spell slots, did you?
No, he wasn't. He didn't. There's The only spells that he ever will cast are shield and absorb elements.
Gotcha.
That'll hard cast.
Yeah.
How far away is Mrs. Fantasriel?
She's downstairs in the kitchen, 30 feet down, about 20 to 30 feet over or so. Pretty good ways away. Within message distance, though.
I'll be back. And I'm going to head down and talk to Mrs. Fantasriel.
I think you're ignoring what Mr. Nine said with all of us sticking together.
Yes, we all stay together because I do not trust any of you. Not to
Is he
mention some
standing
of
in the-
you. Yeah, he's standing right there in front of you guys.
But in the doorway, or where is he standing?
Oh, he's by a doorway. Yeah.
We're supposed to do our jobs if you're breathing down our throats.
Well, I suppose you should find a way.
Guys, let's not get hostile with the nice guard.
You called him an asshole.
That was in anger. I have since calmed down.
Your emotions are very in control, aren't they?
Oh, I try to keep myself in control, but when someone says bless your heart, I kind of get riled up.
Bless your heart.
I swear to God, Griffin.
And meanwhile, there's Lauren. The only person that manages to keep us cool.
Yep.
What do you mean? Grifton hasn't lost his cool once.
And Snapper hasn't shot anybody today.
Yeah, Remus just doesn't like people exploiting old people, so he's not very happy right now.
And you take it out of the guard who's trying to stop her from being exploited.
That's
Yeah, the guard is kind of stopping that from happening. Whether we would actually do it or not.
no. I would try to find the ghost.
You mean the burglar and or alternate? I'm dead set on this alternate personality.
Get yourself set up in your rooms. We'll give you this evening of investigation. That'll be all. If you find nothing, which more than likely you won't, it is what it is.
Okay.
While they sleep, do you mind escorting me down to the missus?
Roll a persuasion.
Ugh. All right, I'll go ahead and use
The man on the skull mask says.
yeah with the look, but I'll use my game inspiration.
Yeah.
12.
12.
It's not horrible.
Sure, so long as I lock them in. After you.
Sick.
So threes to rooms. Who's bunking with who?
I'm just gonna be. Ryder is just gonna be working out the whole time in the room, so.
I'll sleep with the birds.
All right, so we have the Bird's Nest, Remus, Chlorine, and Grifton. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of you are brought together. The brothers are left by themselves.
Did we just stick the non-magic users all in one room?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Got it.
Buck. Nah, you don't. You know nothing about Buck yet.
Yeah, I know nothing about Buck. Yeah,
Snapper has a gun. He's okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
magic.
have the most
Snap.
powerful spell.
Snapper's got a gun.
Snapper's gonna look at Bug and he's going to say, "I was serious about the big spoon thing."
I can't remember if we talked about this, but does catch missile work on bullets as well?
Yeah. It's a missile.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
You can only
Uh,
catch so many.
At my current level, 5.
No, you can catch one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's a reaction, and then the
Oh.
rest of them shoot.
Boom, boom, boom.
well, 1 per turn.
Yeah, you're not
And
an
there's
anime
also the
character who
chance that-
catches all of them. If you want to be an anime character, you have to be a barbarian. Those are the
Oh,
only
yeah.
real anime characters in D&D.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, there's also the quite legitimate possibility that you won't actually be able to stop the entire damage.
that is true.
True.
So, everybody goes to their respective rooms, aside from Buck. Your rooms are locked by Nines from the outside. And then you all listen as Nines and Buck go downstairs. We'll start with Buck, and then we'll know how much time all of y'all have to fuck around and do whatever else you're doing. You get into the kitchen, and you see the old halfling woman is currently cutting a large amount of potatoes, vegetables, other things like that.
I see you're prepping for a roast. I came down to see if you'd like to play a game of cards, maybe dice.
I was gonna cook dinner.
Yes, and that's very nice of you. I just thought you might be bored or want some help with the dinner or want to.
Yeah, you can help me clean the dishes.
Certainly. You'll
She-
start cleaning the dishes.
She looks over at you. You're really pale. Where are you from?
Yes. I need more sun, that is.
You're
That
still
is
wearing
correct.
the mask. She's pretty blind. Just-
The moment this old woman realizes the fucking person that she's talking to looks like, she's going to think that the Grim Reaper just showed up at her doorstep and attempted to get her
Only
for
if he gets
ghosts.
within 5 feet of her. So yeah, she'll call over at you and goes, "Yo, you and your friends are nice little folk. Good people, eh? Coming in, helping a poor old lady with everything she needs. They're
Yes,
bad
well,
at
you're-
instructions, though."
Yes, sometimes, but you are a nice person to be around. And I'm just going to make small talk and wash dishes while everyone.
Alright, roll a persuasion.
Ugh. 14.
She seems to actually take a little liking to you the longer you're around her. She's kind of like a fungus. She grows on you. And she is that old school, ain't never fucked around type of old lady.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, might be homely to some people. Also, roll me another d20, please.
Fuck.
I don't know what you're freaking out about.
The ghost arrived early.
Alrighty then. You're helping her prepare, and after she has like the entire roast prepared inside of a very large what do you call that thing? Roast tray. She goes to lift it up, and you go over and lift it for her because she's small and she's very old. So you put it in the oven. Good. Yeah, start the fire.
I look around. Is there? I assume this is an easy, not an easy. It's a common type oven to light the fire.
Yeah. Typically speaking, ovens back in this era would have a tray that would sit on top of the fire itself, and the brick nature of it would keep everything circulating its heat. And hers would actually be a little better because she's a noble, so it actually has like an under compartment where you stack up a bunch of coals, a bunch of wood, light it down there, shut it in, and then the heat rises and filters throughout it.
Cool. I attempt to help her light the oven.
You have a Kindle kit or anything like that, a match set. It's easy. Good. You a drinker?
Not really, but if you want to partake, we can.
Whiskey, come on! And she inches her way out and across the hall from the dining hall, where there's been a shut double set of doors that she goes over and unlocks with a key that was, just dangling over by her dress. Opens it up. The entire time you have Nines watching the two of you. He's staying away respectfully, 10, 20 feet or so, but you are a very suspicious character, and she's a vulnerable old lady.
Yeah.
His job is literally to watch you. There's a difference between I'm a hooded individual and I wear a fucking ghost face mask.
Yep.
And he does watch you. After you get into this other area, it's a lavish den over here. A couple of nice couches surrounding a small coffee table. There's two large, comfy leather chairs that face a sizable desk, presumably for a human. And behind that desk is another tall, leather chair that seems, well placed. Everything in here is very well clean. Much like the statues outside, in here everything is nice as well. The bookshelves are lined with literature or factoids, journals, who knows, anything. As you come in here, she looks over at Nines and goes, "How about you? You still on the clock?" "Yes, I'm on the clock so long as I am near you." "You want a drink?" "Absolutely." She goes over to the one shelf, reaches up and pulls out a very large glass container that is filled with a very amber, light amber colored whiskey, and just begins pouring it into glasses. 3 glasses, hands them over to the 2 of you, and takes one for herself. Roll me another d20, please.
Yep.
Gonna message you something.
All right.
Just realized I left that there. All right, messaged on Discord. She goes over to the one couch and squats up and goes, "Oh, come on, sit over." Nice conversation, eh?
Yes. Very nice. Nice place you have here as well.
Thank you. It's a lovely little estate. It was in the husband's family for about 5 generations. Wonderful family, of course.
Wow. How did you and your husband meet?
Oh, that's a long story, Back in the day, these hips didn't lie so much. And we were, my family belonged to a traveling group of drifters, and I belonged in a performative group aspiring, trying to become the best. We named ourselves the Chased Waterfalls. Very wonderful, lustrous group. And, of course, when he saw my moves, he fell in love instantly.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, and, one thing led to another, and after many, many nights of, open-minded experiences, mind you, find out that I was pregnant, and, we both thought that, why stop now? Moved in, and, had such a lovely, lovely time raising the kids here in this home. Such a big, empty home.
Yes, I saw a picture of 2 children.
Yeah.
Were those yours?
Yeah, there are kids. Brielle and Elton.
Do they not visit anymore? It's a shame. They should see you more often.
Yeah, they don't visit anymore. They just, after my husband's funeral, they just stopped coming around. They waited for the will to be read, and, when we read through it, he left everything to me and decided I should see where it goes. And, when I asked them, hey, if you want to stay back here and help out good old Ma, the first question out of their mouths were, what about that will?
Oh, that's a pity. That's a shame.
You spend their entire lives raising them, and then you give them everything. You make sure they have the finest education, the finest treatment, and then they turn into a bunch of assholes.
You did so much for them.
Just keep sipping the whiskey. Are you drinking the whiskey?
I'll take one sip, but mostly just
Alright.
kind of not just holding
It's
it.
really good. Really good whiskey.
Keep that in mind.
So yeah, they haven't come by ever since I told them I was gonna donate everything to charity. Turn this big old house into I don't know, what are those? An orphanage? They got really upset, and they just left. I thought, after a little while they would come back, but they...
Well, certainly. I mean, you're their mother. You would expect that they.
Right? And they never came back.
And I'll just keep making small talk while they sleep.
Yeah.
Keep her company.
For the next 2 hours of sleep, all of you get. Upstairs, where are you all going to be sleeping? I'd say a total of 3 hours before the roast is done.
No, I'm
would have been working out or something.
Grifton?
No, I'm just playing with like my daggers and swords because I'm bored. Sitting in
Playing
this
with
room.
my daggers.
Yeah, daggers. I made
Phrasing.
sure.
Yeah.
Kids are
made
calling it these
sure.
days.
Yeah.
I made sure it wasn't dagger.
There's a holy man in your room, dude. Come on. Like,
The holy man's gonna lose his faith.
I'm already kind of losing them around back.
I'm gonna continue trying to see if the walls have any hollow, just anything to see if there's a way to get out of the room without using the door.
roll an investigation.
Besides the window.
Yeah, that is an option.
Swear to God.
There is a window, but that's it. As far as you can tell. The window does open. It opens outwards. It has one of those, heavy, hefty latches that you have to, push off and push against to open wide. But, yeah.
Is
So-
there a ledge?
There's a small, ledge. It's not really a standing area, but just a ledge.
Shimmyable ledge?
If you so desire, you can certainly try.
Like how many feet we talking here?
30, 50, 60.
Oh, how many? Is it a foot across?
Oh, half.
So that's like a snapper foot.
Yeah. You could stand on the ledge, but I promise you will hear somebody in the background go, "Do a backflip." And,
Yeah, no, I'm just going to keep the door, or not the door, the window, what's the English word?
Open?
Open
no,
a
the
crack.
door.
Open a crack on the window so there's some air going through.
nice circulation. Fresh air. Beautiful fresh air. I mean, Wake has the freshest of airs.
I prefer mountainous air, actually.
Oh.
Although I actually get a mixture of both.
This is the freshest of air, though.
Anyway, just imagining there's a visible current with all the dust.
Yeah, just flip the blanket and she did clean up in here before you all got around. So, it's pretty clean, fairly. But she is a very old lady. After about 3 hours of you guys fucking around or so, she looks at you, Buck, and goes, can you and, what's his face? Go get all your friends? I'm gonna go prepare the table.
Certainly. Nines, shall we?
Nines will walk with you up the stairs as she shifts slowly across the floorboards. You hear the doors to your rooms unlocking, and we'll start with the brothers' room.
I've got a feeling that that's ours.
Yes.
Her brothers.
No.
Snapper said it.
Yeah.
So long as we're in a library, I am your brother.
Brother.
He wants that
We were
diplomatic
raised
immunity,
together.
bro.
Brother, it's your brother.
Don't
We may
disown
be
your
blood
baby brother.
brothers, but
We're all related.
We are all one with Father.
Father.
So, anyways, the door opens up and Buck, you're here. Nines is here.
Roasted already?
She's setting up now. Yes.
Oh, okay. Just gonna drag the comatose body of Ryder with me.
I guess. I don't know. He's not. Oh, yeah. He follows you.
Yeah.
He's wide awake. He's the only one who's like perfectly wide awake. Right now, it is getting at this point closer to midnight. So yeah. So you go downstairs. The other room opens up. Remus, Grift, and Chlorine.
Dinner's done?
Oh,
Yes.
thanks.
Alright. Doo-doo-doo.
The door's held
Downstairs.
open. All of you go downstairs over to the table, which, I mean, was cleaned up a little bit. I'll say that Nines helped set the table while you were cooking. He's no use when it comes to cooking, but he can definitely set a table. And the roast is being brought out on a little push tray that is higher than her head that she's pushing forward. Alrighty. We have this nice little roast for all of you. We have potatoes, green beans, homemade broth. We don't use salt in this house, just so you're aware. It's all cracked pepper, freshly cracked though. So enjoy
Yum.
that. And Nines. Yes, Mom. Go back into the den and fetch me one of the bottles of wine. Do you have a preference, ma'am? She looks at all of you. Red. Merlot it is. And he walks literally across the hall, maybe like 80 feet away from everybody, to look for a bottle of wine. All right, take your seats. All of you.
I go to take my seat.
Yep.
Okay.
Likewise.
That's all around.
Alrighty.
I will
Leave
also
one.
take a seat.
Preferably a seat where you can keep an eye on Buck and Remus.
Well, I mean, they're all chairs that's like you choose a side and you see everything in front of you and to your sides. She's sitting at the head table, obviously. And Nines is going to be seated across from her at the other side of the table. Or no, he'll be on the other side of one of your groups, probably whoever's on the end. Ryder or Snapper or Remus, who knows. But he's right next to you all. Put your weapons down, for Christ's sake. There's no need for that at my table.
I put my hands on the ground.
Go wash your hands. That's disgusting.
You told me to put my weapons down.
He's weird.
Is it? Were you hit in the head?
A few times.
Do you beat your brother? She looks over at you, Snapper.
What? No.
That's mean. You know, you only have one family. You know?
Yeah, with several 100,000 of my race.
What?
Nothing.
Is there that many
Yeah.
Kinku? I've
You just
only
ru-
ever met the two of you.
He just rambles.
Yeah. Like has been said before, Ryder is an idiot.
Whatever. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Yeah.
And I'll go leave to wash my hands.
Also, keep in mind, Kinku are a little more rare than several 100,000.
Oh, I was
Considering
exaggerating.
that's the number of people who live in Zodiac.
No, I was exaggerating. It was a joke.
We're actually all invisible.
Yeah.
Just a rare few of us get to go uninvisible.
You get to enter this plane.
This is your year.
I mean,
Just
I
the-
wouldn't.
There's the fucking Kenku plane.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jiro had that.
Who knows? If you want to find out more about Kinku, you can always watch my gnome splaining over at Lordom.
I'll
Oh,
pay
I
you
did.
$500 to make a Kenku plane.
And now
I'll take it.
just,
Big say $500, make a plane of heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I saw the gnome explaining video, and now I'm kind of worried for when the father gets here.
Father?
Sign up.
It'll happen eventually. Just as long as I find an enchanted handgun.
So yeah,
Sounds terrifying, Snapper.
you all sit around the table with one another, enjoying a nice little meal.
I demand to find Nidhogg Jr.
Anyways, you're all sitting around with one another. So, did all of you sleep all right upstairs?
For the ones of us that slept, I'd say so.
Yeah, it was pleasant.
Good, good.
I had a nice relaxing moment on the windowsill.
You be careful. It's a far drop, little one.
That is true. But I was on the non-falling side of the windowsill.
The roast is actually very well made. Cutting into it, you only need a butter knife to do so, and it kind of just like creases and flops off of sections as you cut into them. All of the vegetables are scooped out with a ladle into your plates and on your bowls, and it's actually a really, really good meal. Probably the best meal many of you have had in a long time.
While we are eating, I'm gonna just kind of pay attention to her, still making small talk or whatever. But do I notice anything based on what I noticed before?
Roll me a perception check. I'll message you.
Message? No. That's a very long no.
Sure, it's in many languages.
No,
No,
9.
nine, mix.
No with an accent. Like just...
Nay.
Yeah.
It's just having a nice, relaxing dinner.
Alrighty.
Keeping
So, what's your
a-
plan for the ghosts, huh?
When they show up, we'll defeat it.
How do you expect to defeat a ghost?
Points at the cleric.
Oh, are you a spiritual individual?
Yes, I am a cleric of Gabriella.
What the hell's that? Are you another one of those scam artists?
He doesn't
No,
believe in the old gods.
I've seen his power.
So you're a good scam artist.
Another
Different
wisdom
stroke.
save, this time with disadvantage.
Chlorine with a customer service smile.
Yeah, I don't know why people keep saying all these weird phrases. A hawk? Gabrielle. That sounds like a name.
I believe Hawk was a name.
No, hawk's a type of bird.
No, some people get named after birds.
Really?
The world is very strange.
I mean, some
Yeah.
people get named after roses.
Roses are pretty.
I
Hawks
could
are
fi-
pretty badass, though.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want a name that's pretty badass?
True, true.
But it's still a scam. I mean, let's be real. There's only 13 gods. We know this.
Yes.
The cleric's
just-
just thinking smite, smite, smite.
Let's just leave an old woman in her delusions about the gods.
What did you say?
No, I said that out of character.
Yeah, I know.
Let's leave an old woman to make us a good roast.
You're enjoying it.
And all of you are given a glass of wine, except Snapper and Ryder.
Not me.
Both of you are too young.
I'm too young.
Dude, you're like 16, 17.
Actually, I don't think I've aged this character at all.
Based off of your roleplay, you're like 16, 17.
Fair enough.
You're an adult compared
Yeah.
to Snapper, but you're
I
still
was-
considered.
I was thinking like 14, but yeah.
No, that's Snapper. Snapper's like 14, 15.
Oh, actually.
Oh, yeah.
He's matured for his age.
Doesn't matter. You're both children.
In the eyes of the law, you are considered a child.
I'm just gonna keep a lookout for anything that looks weird, like something in the room
Right.
moving weird or somebody coming in.
Roll me a perception check.
That one. There's a mouse.
15. You're being very careful, watching around everywhere. Good to know.
Ah, it's lovely, isn't it? Nice, easy meal. A group of hard-working folk and a potential scam artist ready to do away with ghosts. But seriously, how do you plan on taking care of it? I mean, that doesn't, If you're just wasting my time, you can leave.
I'll try and I'll consecrate the grounds. I believe you said the ghost is in the attic. I'll focus that first.
She looks at you more closely.
Are people calling Leo Gabriella nowadays? Your symbol looks a lot like Leo.
I'm afraid if I roll any more wisdom saves, I'm going to get a nat one eventually.
But yeah, consecrate the grounds. Do that thing you do. Do you need anything for it?
Oh no, I have other materials myself.
Good.
And everybody just keeps eating.
This is nice.
You never get to relax like this.
And it's very good wine. I mean, it's aged very well.
Well, it's getting past the witching hour. Means I should probably be heading to bed.
Which?
It's an expression.
Head off the bed. We'll put up the dishes since you cooked it all for us, and we'll keep an eye out.
Very good, young man. Alrighty, I'll see ya.
She
Thank you for
scoots
the
out,
wonderful meal. Good night.
Hey, you're
Thank you
very
again.
welcome, Buck.
and she pats you on your shoulder, Buck, as she goes by.
Gonna come back the next day without the mask on. You got a tan!
It takes her roughly 10 minutes to make it upstairs. So, you're all alone down here?
Well, we
Yeah.
have nines with us too, don't we?
Yeah, all of you and nines are alone down here.
Effectively.
Let's clean this up and then position ourselves for a little more stealthy. So if they are looking for somebody in here, they don't see us.
Are we sure we don't want to check that old room of theirs?
Do you
Yes, very so.
I don't
do you
know.
think there's something in there?
I don't know. We didn't look.
Yeah, I do have a gut instinct that there is something that may come in useful. At least.
Not-
Oh, out in there. Absolutely not.
All right. If y'all think so, we can check just to be sure because I want to make sure there's nobody messing with her. Nines, do you have a key?
Yes, she has the skeleton key handed over to the local guard, just in case anything happens. So he holds it
Okay.
up.
Would you take us down there and unlock it for us?
Sure, all of you, walk ahead.
Is that what I haven't agreed?
Nines, you've never heard of people being able to message anyone without others knowing, have you? I don't think that's a thing, is it?
Well, yes, it is magic. It's a common thing.
I don't know if I've ever experienced it. I just thought it was an old wives' tale.
No, it's a thing. It happens.
I might mess up. What'd you say, Buck?
Buck was basically asking him if he had ever heard about people sending messages, like, and if that's a real thing without other people hearing it. And
Okay.
he's probably never experienced that before, so he doesn't think it's real.
Yeah,
Flash
it's a
cut
thing.
over- Flash got over to Rimus, sending everyone else a message.
All right, Remus
Yeah.
messages you. You can roleplay this out loud.
Okay, cool. Remus, you sent me a message?
Yes, I said it's real.
Oh.
So, did you notice that she didn't eat anything? I'm messaging back. I'm not saying it out loud. It's a
Yeah.
message back.
I figured.
That
No.
she only lifted her fork up to her mouth and put the food back down with nothing on it.
I did not realize that.
And we
I
can
was
still
too busy
message her.
eating.
Also,
Yeah, we'll go back and
okay.
forth for a while.
Also earlier, when she was handing me a drink, I brushed her hand and it went through her hand. There was no substance there.
God.
So is she a ghost?
Could be. That's why
Or
I'm
an
wondering what's
illusion?
downstairs.
Well, the job posting talked about an addict as well.
Yes. We can also check the attic first. That's either one. But
Well, we can go check the attic and then.
You can't hear it.
You can't hear it. It's
Oh, yeah,
messaging.
sorry, I forgot about that.
but you may want to let the others in the group know. I don't know if I would tell Nines, which is why he's waiting for you to message me.
We should probably check down below. 5 years.
Yes.
Now it makes all the sense. Husband died 4 years ago. Kids haven't been around since the husband's death.
Yes.
God.
Okay, and then I'm going to message Riften and basically just give him the rundown of what me and Buck just talked about.
Mm.
And how I believe we should check downstairs first.
It's fine with me.
Then I'm going to message Chloride and say, we're going to have to go downstairs. I'm sorry.
Ah, damn it.
So, you all get over to the door where Nines shimmies the chain, pushing the dust away, and takes the skeleton key, unlocking it, unlatching, and pulling it back. Then slowly pulls all of the chains down and pushes the door open. It is pitch black in there. But I believe
Like,
every one of you has dark vision, correct?
I don't think.
Birdstone.
Ah,
Does anyone have a torch?
I'd rather not light a torch. I also, as a human, cannot see, but there's a lot of dust and linens. It'll burn down the place. Do none of you have... I didn't know I was doing a nighttime patrol today, or I would have had a lantern on me.
Please don't tell me you're doing that.
Precipitates one cobweb. Deck saves.
Shoot,
I'm
no
just
one
trying
has
to
a
read
light.
it.
Alright.
I'm fucking with you.
No one has a light or dancing lights or anything.
Why?
I
would
can see in the dark.
Fair.
Yeah. So Chlorine has dark vision as well.
Yep. Pexaphina, follower of Gabriella.
Alright,
So
I'll
just the
sit outside.
birds and the guard are blind.
I'll sit right outside the room.
That's easy enough.
Um,
There's a little bit
out
of
of
light
character-
coming from upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, like metagaming knowledge. What are you life or light?
Neither.
Oh, I'm not gonna
Order.
mitigate.
Order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, me? Yeah, order.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he
I
wasn't
just
given
thought
it.
Gabby. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it would make sense, but also makes sense. With Gabby, cleric makes sense. Let's be real.
I'm a trickery cleric and also a follower of Gabby. Well, she did like to party.
Yeah. You never would have known. But anyways, everyone else looks inside, and this appears to be a very lovely studio setup. There's a bar all the way to the left-hand side that seems covered with heavy dust. The large chairs, all are very fat leather chairs that sit lower to the floor, are scattered across the area. A handful of more private chairs just to themselves, couches. A fireplace is over on the right-hand side that leads all the way upstairs. It is a very lovely showroom floor type of area.
Do I see anything that looks out of place? Just from looking in here? Like anything hidden out of the way or
You're welcome to investigate. Disadvantage, though, because it is dark in here.
Hold on. Let me help you look around and
Inspired.
Aha, so a normal one?
And guidance.
Bing! So yeah, a normal roll with an extra D8 and a D4.
Oh, let's go.
Oh my.
Roll the other dice. Roll the other
my God.
dice. You don't crit
Oh.
fail ability checks except stealth in my games. Yeah, no, you're fucked.
Yeah, so a total of 5. Yeah.
If
Five.
only you were a halfling.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Why don't people play halflings? I hate rolling ones.
I do too. I trust me.
Jesus.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So, you take a step in here and like you push against one of the sofas and then you like sit on it and smoke plumes everywhere. Not smoke, dust just in your just coughing hysterically this entire time.
I'm still laughing because you rolled 3 dice and got a 5.
Yeah. Great, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's better than a 3, but yeah.
Dice gods decide your fate.
I mean, you did have a fighting chance to roll fairly well with the D8 and the D4.
No, I could have had a great
Yeah,
roll.
that
but-
could, well, I mean, 13. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that could have
That's
been
what
a
I
13,
expected.
which is good. But yeah, no. Grifton, you're not really having luck finding anything. Fucking dust. So much of it.
No, it's so dusty in here.
The 2 things I want to are there any like chests or type of something like maybe they had a chest that they put blankets in, or I'm looking for things that are kind of not huge but biggish that you would open up and put something in.
Roll a investigation.
Wrapping material.
Where you store
Yeah,
the bodies.
something. Yeah.
Remus will
Immediately jump
inspire
at the
you then.
bodies.
Oh, who's our investigator in this?
Apparently you.
Well, our investigators are blind at night.
Nat 20.
Plus a nat 1 with disadvantage because you can't see down here.
I can see.
No, you have dark vision, which means everything's black and
Oh,
white.
yeah.
You still have disadvantage on the ability check.
Oh crap. Okay.
Roll your D8.
Roll 1d8. And I was so excited about the nat 20.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Nope.
Somehow Grifton did better than you.
Somehow.
You just bump right into like a wall full of dust.
Yeah, no. You make it your way over to the fireplace and stub your toe. Just fuck. Just
Does anyone have
Oh, hang
like,
on.
a large sheet?
I know what I can do. I'm going to use my divine sense and see if I can sense anything.
What's the radius on that?
Where does it say it? Hang on, I'm clicking.
It's a mile, I think.
60 feet. That's the ranger one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
And you're in the den. Directly above you, just on the cusp of this, there is an undead.
I am going to like walk up to Remus and be like, message me.
Message me.
Yes.
You bump into Buck, and then Remus messages you.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm sensing an undead above us in the house. Just one. So I think it kind of confirms what Buck was saying. I just don't know how to convince Nines.
Maybe we don't need to convince Nines. Maybe we need to ask Nines.
Make sure you tell everybody else that you can. What we've kind of found out.
I'm gonna go ahead and message everyone individually and let them know that Buck believes that the old lady is
A ghost.
a ghost, and that Grifton has done some type of spell, and he's pinging the old lady as undead. And we might need to talk to Nines about what he knows.
While everyone's doing that, can I get like, I don't know, a shirt or something, and start like trying to air out the room?
A sheet. You can take a sheet off of any of the furniture down here.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know there were sheets over the furniture here, but I'm just like waving it around, trying to dust out, like get the dust to,
Hold on. I might as well do this.
Don't touch those sheets.
Get it?
Bam.
Gust of wind.
I'm gonna get to the other side of the room and just gonna gust of wind straight to the door. Get all the dust out.
Everything in the room begins flying around, dispersing, slamming around aggressively. The furniture's being shoved, thrown everywhere, and Nines runs over to you and like shoves your hands up, like, "What are you doing?"
It was dusty.
And now it's a mess.
It was a mess before.
No, it was very well organized. Chloride, you're super quiet right now. Yeah. I can
Oh, yeah, I
barely
didn't even
hear
know
you.
were talking.
Yeah. Unplug and plug back in. Or make sure it's facing the right direction.
We can do this. We can check it by IT. Is your computer on and is it plugged in?
Yes and yes.
Oh, it's getting better. It's getting better.
Yep.
Love the fact that you needed to think about that for a second.
Oh, I didn't need a thing. I was just silly.
There it
There we go.
is. Now we're good. Now we're good.
And I didn't actually do anything.
It's auto-correcting your volume. Fucking hate that. Don't have that be a feature. Don't auto-correct volume unless somebody sets it as a setting. But anyways. What were you saying?
And it's kind of ruined now.
Okay. But Nines is very upset with you right now, Remus. I do need everybody down here to give me a con save now because there's a lot of fucking dust that's just flying everywhere.
Oh, would that be me included if I'm outside the room then?
Yeah, because it's everywhere. He just
I blew
a
through the
60-foot
door.
by 10-foot wind tunnel. Okay, Remus, you're actually the only one who failed, so you're you're incapacitated coughing right now.
the hell were you thinking, Remus?
It was dusty.
Yeah, and that's a good reason to start a miniature tornado?
Sometimes.
You weren't in here. You couldn't see the dust.
Oh, believe me, I could see the dust. I just wasn't stupid enough to go in.
All right. So,
I'm gonna message Grifton. Do you just want to ask him outright?
I mean, we might as well. He's going to find out either way. Mr. Nines.
Yes. Yes.
So we've come to believe that the old lady is actually the ghost that's haunting this house.
What kind of preposterous? That's
Have you ever touched her and actually felt her?
no. You don't touch people. That's
Have
very
you-
rude.
Have you ever bumped her? Has she ever stuck her hand out and just...
No, because I'm good
Put
at
it
my
on your
job. You
shoulder?
do not touch people.
Yes, but I'm saying, has she ever touched you?
No.
It's a little weird that she's never shaken your hand goodbye.
No,
Bumped
it
you
is
on
not
the
weird for
shoulder.
a god not to be touched by a noble. At all.
Well, she touched one of our
Us.
companions.
Well,
and-
yes, because he was being a nice little kiss ass.
Yeah,
And-
but it went through his hand.
Wait, what? Why didn't you tell me that?
And did you pay attention to her plate? She didn't.
She was eating
Touched-
the whole time.
Yeah, but go look how much is left. It's all
Tell him
there.
about your spell.
And because in one of my things I can do is I can sense if there's any undead around, and there was one directly above us.
So there is an undead here. I need a persuasion from Grifton at advantage. You're being assisted by Remus.
Let's go.
It's a little late for people to add anything else, though.
Oh, 17. It's a fucking
Not
10,
bad,
but
not bad.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Come with me, all of you. Go.
Doo-doo.
And he follows from behind all of you upstairs.
Mhm.
And he makes his way over towards the table and will conduct his own investigation.
So every rolls on that one.
He did, didn't he?
This is
Can't hear you.
nothing's touched.
Mm-hmm. And she moved her fork to her mouth the whole time we were talking.
I'm gonna look at the fork. Does it
Okay.
have a odd as it is, people have oils in the skin. Has there been a mark left, even by like the grease of the roast?
Yeah, roll a survival check.
No, I actually have something in that,
Hey,
but I roll horribly.
11. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
I know this is due to the roll, but at the same time, it's literally to see if the fork is clean.
Yeah, I know what you're trying, but it's like
No,
there's
I'm
grease
just-
from the
I'm-
roast.
Grease from anything.
Yeah, roast. So it's kind of hard to tell if there's grease from the hand.
Okay, so the roast did touch it.
Yeah, of course. You all saw that she was lifting the fork, and only Buck really noticed that she wasn't really eating.
Mm-hmm.
But if everything's left, then what was he lifting?
The roast.
Same pieced over and over
But
again.
Yeah.
you said that the roast, the fork came back down with nothing on it.
No.
No,
No. It just
was
came
what
back
Buck
down.
said.
She just never took anything.
So fork you.
I'm easy to please.
Well, Buck, you've made me look like an idiot.
That wasn't very hard.
No, it wasn't.
It's all right.
I made
So-
myself look like an idiot with a fucking halfling servant.
Uh,
Oh, you weren't there.
no.
Nobody telling.
Not rolling well with, or not doing well with halflings, eh?
Yeah, it's fine.
The
So
bane of my existence.
So you mean to tell me she is?
she
Well,
is.
fuck. What do we do?
I don't think she knows it. Is the part. I think she's thinking that everybody's left her, but her
Should we
kids
get,
think she's dead.
should we get the librarian and bring them in, or?
I think her body may be here somewhere, and so she's restless.
Well, I mean,
Can
we've investigated everywhere except her room.
Well, it can't hurt to look.
Oh no.
Well, it could, but we should look anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get prejudicious ready in case it's a foul odor in there.
Oh yeah, really?
Um,
I'm going to look up at nines, and I'm going to say, does this constitute as an emergency?
do you think, Chlorine, if you give her her last rites as a cleric, that it would put her body to peace? Her soul?
Almost certainly.
Let's try that first before we do anything drastic when we get up there.
Yes,
But-
you all may equip yourselves, but if I find out that all of you are fucking with me to try to harm this poor innocent lady, you're all going to jail. Understood?
You can be the first one in the door.
I'm not dumb enough to put my back to you.
I mean, I'll go. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I'll go in first, but I mean, you can be the first one to go mess with her.
I do not wish to mess with anybody. If there's a dead body, looks at Chlorine, and you're able to do something about it, we'll see what happens.
Mr. Nines, do we all look smart enough to pull this much of a con job? on you?
Unfortunately, some of you look kinda smart.
Hey!
What?
We're talking about you, I guess.
Why are you getting upset?
Yeah.
No, that was an A as in yeah.
Yeah, I'm smart.
Factually, yes. In practice.
Let us check. All of you in front. And he does draw out his longsword.
I'm getting the guns ready.
My rapier, just
Hey, sweet little lady.
You've been so nice to us, and I hate to do this, but
And I started blasting.
So, you all one by one step up the staircase with a little bit of anticipation in your footsteps, leading over to the right side of the hallway where her room is, and where Nines throws the key to the front. Who's up front?
I'll open the door first.
You
I'll
catch
be
the
right
key.
behind him.
You place it gently into the lock, unlocking. And begin moving your way inside of the master bedroom. And I believe this is where we are going to end tonight's session, everybody.
Son of a bitch.
When we
That
come
bitch
back
is this
in
much of a
2
cliffhanger.
weeks, you get to find out what's waiting for you beyond the door.
It's just gonna be the old woman naked, ain't it?
Would I do that? Okay, so thank you, players, very much for playing. Viewers, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had a good time. Remember to subscribe to the channel, give us a like on the video, comment down below. All of that helps us out so very, very much. And we will see you around next time. Goodbye.